The Famous Five. The Famous Five consisted of 5 women. They were Emily Murphy, Henrietta Muir Edwards, Irene Parlby, Louise McKinney, and Nellie McClung. Emily Murphy, 1868 to 1933, born in Cookstown, Ontario. Louise McKinney, 1868 to 1931, born in Frankville, Ontario. Irene Parlby, 1868 to 1931, born in London, England. Nellie McClung, 1873 to 1951, born in Chatsworth, Ontario. Henrietta Muir Edwards, 1849 to 1931, born in Montreal. It is because of the efforts of these women that the women in Canada have rights to this day. On October 18, 1929, the Privy Council declared in the Famous Persons Case of 1929 that women were persons and thus eligible to hold any appointed or elected office. Lord Sankey, Lord Chancellor of the Privy Council, announced the decision of the 5 Lords on October 18, 1929. He said that the exclusion of women from all public offices is a relic of days more barbarous than ours. And to those who would ask why the word person should include females, the obvious answer is, why should it not? Emily Murphy said, "We want women leaders today as never before. Leaders who are not afraid to be called names and who are willing to go out and fight. I think women can save civilization. Women are persons." The story in a nutshell.
But the Supreme Court of Canada agreed, you see. I could not become a senator because under the British North America Act, as a woman, I was not a person. I, Emily Murphy, author of the Janie Canuck books, pioneer in the war against narcotics, first female magistrate in the empire, but not a person. So we took it all the way to London, a group of Canadian women laboring 10 long years against ridicule, husbands saying, "There, there, dear," until those noble lords of the Privy Council agreed in 1929. I, Emily Murphy of Alberta, and all Canadian women after me, persons under the law. So we could sit in the Senate after all.
Emily Murphy. Whenever I don't know whether to fight or not, I fight. Emily Murphy was an accomplished author by the time she had arrived in Edmonton in 1907. She was also a mother of 2. Random fact. Emily Murphy was the first woman in the British Empire to be appointed as police magistrate. Louise McKinney. The purpose of a woman's life is just the same as the purpose of a man's life, that one may make the best possible contribution to her generation. Louise McKinney played a leading role in bringing women of Alberta the right to vote in 1916. She was also elected as an MLA in 1917 to Clare's home. Random fact. Louise McKinney was the first woman who was sworn into the Alberta legislature and the first in any legislature in the British Empire. Nellie McClung. Never retract, never explain, never apologize. Get things done and let them happen. Nellie McClung was a novelist, legislator, prohibitionist, suffragette, and school teacher. Not only did she help the women of Manitoba win their rights, but she also helped the women of Alberta. Random fact. Nellie McClung was elected to the Alberta legislature in 1921, was the first one on the CBC Board of Governors, a representative to the League of Nations, a Sunday school teacher, and a mother of 5. Irene Parlby. Education could not be brought about by use of dynamite. Irene Parlby was elected to the Alberta legislature and helped push 18 bills to improve plight of women and children. Random fact. Irene Parlby was the president of the United Front Women of Alberta, a staunch advocate for rural Alberta women, and the cabinet minister without portfolio in 1921. Henrietta Muir Edwards. We sought to establish the individuality of women. It was an uphill fight. Henrietta organized the forerunner to the YWCA in Montreal in 1875. She also studied law and was active in prison reform. Random facts. Henrietta helped establish the National Council of Women in 1890 and served for decades as Governor of Laws. She also wrote several books on legal status of women. Credits go to respected owners for facts, quotes, videos, and pictures. Thank you for listening.